The new Mario Friday Night Funkin' port just dropped a couple of days ago, and in this video I want to make sure to explain the backstory of each version of Mario, Luigi, and even Wario. And also I want to explain how boyfriend and girlfriend end up in this situation, and why this is one of the few mods where boyfriend and girlfriend are probably actually in trouble. Because Luigi.exe and Mario 85 are actually very dangerous. Now there's two ways in which boyfriend and girlfriend could have found their way into this universe. Now as we see in the actual mod, boyfriend seems to just appear out of this black portal. Now we all know that boyfriend and girlfriend are known for jumping into random portals, but that might not simply be the case in this one. Because Mario 85 does have the ability to literally pull people into the game, which is a part of his actual backstory and lore. And we also saw this in the Mario Madness mod that was released months ago, that boyfriend and girlfriend literally get pulled into the game, and that could have happened in this one as well. And of course, that's when we're actually introduced to the first opponent that they have to fight, which is Mario 85, aka MX. Now, a common misconception that people have is that Mario 85 and Mario.exe are the same characters, and this actually isn't true. Mario.exe is actually from a DeviantArt artist named Shadow Shana. They created this very creepy image of Mario that basically just turned into this creepy pasta version of Mario. Whereas Mario 85 actually comes from the Mario PC port, which of course is heavily inspired by the Sonic PC port, which is why we see Luigi.exe in this mod. And a fun fact, Luigi.exe and Mario 85 are actually considered to be best friends. And this is an important detail for later in this video. Now, the backstory for Mario 85 basically goes like this. There was an 8-year-old boy named Lucas who was basically playing the old school NES version of Mario, and at one point the screen flashes this bright white and the boy passes out. When he wakes up, he's literally inside of the game, and for the most part everything seems to be normal except for the fact that he's actually a character in the game now. Eventually you run into Mario and he looks actually normal for the most part, kind of like how he looks in the first song of this mod. But then he transforms into this huge monstrosity version of Mario, literally grabs Toad and throws him to the flagpole, decapitating him. Lucas is prompted to run, and then you basically have to escape from Mario 85, and he's literally breaking through anything that's in his path. He's actually like the Incredible Hulk in that first Marvel movie. Now the saddest part about Mario 85's lore is that it doesn't matter whether Lucas or whoever he catches actually wins or loses the game. He's basically already taken their soul so that he can make them play in this game for all eternity. So even if you escape, I think you just get restarted and you have to do it over again until he eventually catches you. It's truly a horrible fate. Now the next character that I want to talk about is Hate You Luigi, and he was created by a person named Slime Beast. And initially, this story was actually a creepypasta that was meant to be a joke and ended up becoming a huge deal on the internet. Most of that success coming when it became a ROM hack game. Now the backstory for I Hate You Luigi goes like this. Basically, Luigi had finally gotten sick of being in Mario's shadow, and he wanted to take that spotlight for himself. This version of Luigi was sadistic, manipulative, and was doing everything in his power to get Mario in a position where he could basically take him out. Luigi even goes as far as to join forces with Bowser in order to get rid of his brother. Now at one point they're in this castle and they're sitting on this bridge with lava beneath them, and Luigi basically jumps on Mario and knocks him unconscious. It looks like Luigi starts to gloat and kind of relish in his victory, but then Mario gets up and actually kicks his brother into the lava. And this is why we see like Luigi's all burnt up and looking zombified. It's because the lava literally burns up his whole body. Now, a sad fact about this is that even though Mario didn't really have a choice, he didn't want to hurt his brother. Because while Luigi might hate Mario in this creepypasta, Mario still has a lot of love for his brother. So when he actually kicks Luigi into the lava, we see him actually start to cry in the ROM hack. The next characters that I want to talk about are going to be Mr. L, aka Luigi.exe. And based on the appearance of this version of Luigi, I'm thinking that he's from the actual creepypasta game by the same name, Toadette.exe. And this version of Luigi was actually created by somebody named Mr. Pixel, and he's the antagonist of this specific game. Now, I don't know the full backstory of this version of Luigi or how he even became Mr. L, but I know that it has something to do with the I Hate You Luigi creepypasta. Meaning that the reason that Luigi is seeking revenge against Mario here is because of something that Mario did in the past, and many people on the internet are assuming that it has something to do with Mario actually kicking him into the lava. This would make sense when you look at the actual game. It looks like Luigi is hunting Mario and he wants revenge for something. And Mario seems to be harboring a lot of guilt about something that he did to Luigi in the past. Now, the only flaw in this is that Luigi literally betrayed Mario and forced him to kind of kick him into the lava. So if he's hunting him down because he betrayed Mario, that's kind of ridiculous, but I wouldn't put it past Luigi because in this game, he's technically a manipulator. The last thing that I want to mention here is that in this actual mod, we get to see Mario, but only the bottom half of him. This right here is a direct reference to the creepypasta game where Luigi literally elongates his body, including his jaw, and stuffs Mario completely in his mouth and bites him in half. Definitely a creepy sight. Now, the next character that I want to talk about is going to be Underworld Luigi, and I want to give a quick shout out to somebody in community games chat named Kirby Edgar, because they actually left a comment that gave me the reference for where this version of Luigi was from. I know that they'll probably never see this video, but I just want to say thank you because you helped me out. Now, this version of Luigi is actually from a YouTuber named Nukazuka, and you may remember watching this video back in 2016 when it first came out because it was very popular. And in this video, it basically shows what happens to Mario and consequently Luigi when they actually don't make their jumps and fall to their death. It seems that many of these people don't actually die, but they end up in this underworld type of landscape. We get to see quite a few popular Mario characters pop up in this underground world. Some of them are their regular selves and some of them are disfigured. But the most heinous one that we get to see is Luigi. Luigi is literally feasting on the body of one of the Marios, and judging by the whiteness in his eyes, he seems like he's lost his mind completely. But the one thing that he does still know how to do is hunt, because when he sees Mario, he immediately is on the attack. It was also pretty cool to see that he was still using some of the powers that they could obtain, like the fireballs that he was throwing at Mario as he was hunting him down. And it was also cool to see Mario use the Lakutu Cloud to actually get out of the underworld. The next one might be nostalgic to some of the older people like me, and this is going to be the Giga Luigi. And this one is based off an old school YouTube video back from like 2009 that basically shows this boss battle with Mario and Luigi versus Giga Luigi, or this giant version of Luigi. I also believe that it was based off a old school game from back in 2005 called Mario and Luigi's Partner in Time, where basically they had like baby versions of themselves and they were fighting through these different areas. It's very reminiscent to like old school Final Fantasy games in the sense that it's turn-based. And those of you who actually watched this video back in the day will know we only have less than 3 years until we get to see what's up. Let me know if you get that reference down in the comments. The next character we're going to talk about is the Wario Apparition, and even though this character was technically created by Nintendo, he was made popular by the community. Now, what I mean by this is that the Wario Apparition came to be in around 1996, and of course made its big debut in the Super Mario 64 game on the Nintendo 64. And then he kind of faded out of existence. But over the last couple of years, he has come back into the mainstream, even if it's just as a meme. But even with that, it is kind of cool to see some of these older characters get put into more modern media. The next character that I'm going to talk about is going to be the Phantom Arcade Mario. And I think this is just a Mario that was actually created by Phantom Arcade. When looking at some of Phantom Arcade's artwork, he has this version of Mario that looks really crazy with the wide eyes. And he's basically going around unaliving the people that he's fighting, right? So like the little mushroom people, the little Koopas, they're all getting murked by Mario. So I think in reality, this is just a darker version of the regular Mario character. And lastly, I want to talk about when we get to see Mario 85 and Lord.exe actually singing together and why this is so dangerous for boyfriend and girlfriend. Mario 85 and Lord.exe are kind of in the same bag as far as their viciousness goes. While we don't know exactly how Mario 85 came to be, we know that he is based on the Sonic PC port, and Lord.exe is literally a creature from the void. And he can basically take on the appearance of anyone that he wants. The only reason he looks like Sonic the Hedgehog is because he's obsessed with Sonic, so he chose to take that form. But as I said, that doesn't mean that it's the only form that he could take. And we can assume that the same is true for Mario 85. Just because he takes on that form doesn't mean it's the only form that he can take. The fact that we've seen him elongate and increase the size of his body alone should be enough to tell us that that is not technically his true form or his only form. And what's even more dangerous about these two is that they both have the ability to take the souls of the people that they are fighting. And what's even more dangerous about them is that they don't just want to kill people, but they want to play with those souls for all of eternity, basically torturing you. And when they finally decide to unalive a person, they don't just unalive them, they literally erase them from existence, meaning that they devour the actual person and their soul. And based on the opponents that we've seen girlfriend and boyfriend face so far, they can kind of hold their own against people like Jeff the Killer and Slender Man, but even those type of people gave them trouble. Creatures as powerful as Lord.exe and Mario 85 would completely demolish boyfriend and girlfriend, simply because girlfriend's demonic powers are not on the same level of Lord.exe or Mario 85. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video where I explain the remix version of the B3 mod, or check out this video where I talk about the top 20 most sus mods in Friday Night Funkin'. Thanks for watching. This is Orseofkorse. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Peace, peace.